Hey, good evening, everyone. We should be up and running. Let's see here if we are. All right. What's going on, Will? I'm Will. What's going on, Mike? Man, I'm ready. I'm ready. Wrong button. What's going on, Nikki? There we go. Got the organs going. All right. While we're waiting here, we'll do this real fast. We're going to open up the case real fast while we're getting folks in here. The buttons and that guy. Sealed case. You can see that. Thanks, Mike. Getting there. Getting there. As long as they don't get shut down for having the organs playing. So here is our 10 boxes. But we'll still let everybody get in here. Just put them up in here. There we go. Slide them back just a hair. All right, the camera is a hair to the left. Let's do that. All right, image is much sharper, yeah. So I went with a different camera. So actually going with a Sony camera, if it's a web camera. So hopefully this works better. And how much time do we have here on the intro? The clock went back on the intro, so we'll just give it a few minutes here. All right. The half eye here looks really good. That's a long organ too. All right, I think I can get away with the organ music without getting pulled down. But hey, so while folks are getting in here, I see everybody in chat so far, but here's who we got in the break tonight for our case of Allure that's upside down in front of you. It's not the camera. Birdman's got the Bruins, Sabres, and Sens. Manny V has VGK. Brian Pettigo's got the Flyers, Panthers, and Kings. James Siegel's got the Canes. Nicole's got the Preds. Justin Beaver, his first break with us with the Avalanche. So good luck, Justin. Thanks for becoming a part of the Raccoon Alliance. I think Garth brought you in. Greg has the Stars and Red Wings. Caleb has the Blackhawks. Garrett has the Penguins. Jason Miller has Columbus. Rob Van Dam has the Lightning down in Florida. DZ has the Wild. Jeff Swanwicks has the Flames. Glenn has the Islanders. David Hoover has the Caps. Eric Sellers the Oilers. Bryce with the Canucks. Aaron with the Maple Leafs. Mike G with the Rangers. Martin Coverdale, also his first break with us, has the Coyotes and Ducks. So good luck, Martin. Thanks for becoming a part of the Alliance. Sammy out in Finland is back, and he has the Canadians. Richie has the Blues, closed us out. Garth has the Devils. Kay has the Sharks, and Foxy has the Jets. So that's what we are looking at right now. And hopefully we will get some of this tonight. Boom, bam. Some huge hits there with Buttons looking like he smoked up with a game last. So, I'm going to put my paper to the side here, and we will get going. Let's do this. All right, so good luck, everyone. Here is our first box of Allure of the season. And barcode there, barcode upside down there. The box is a lot skinnier than last year's. Last year was like twice as thick, so a lot skinnier this year, which is a little better. And 8 cards per pack, 8 packs per box. That's why I'm trying to move into this pretty fast here tonight. It's going to take a little while, I'm sure. But yeah, good luck, everyone. Buttons looks like he left some schneef on his stash for later. Could be. Alright, let's get this front off here. Just rip into it. There we go. Empty box. And give me just a second there. Alright, so good luck everyone. Our first pack of Allure of the year. We have Mark Giordano. That looks kind of dark. But Mark Giordano for the Flames. We're going to get the lighting here a little bit better on us. The Giordano for Calgary. Cards are sticking just a little bit. Then we have, right off the bat, a rookie of Alexis Lafreniere. So give me just a second here. Let me get a penny sleeve for him. And they are sticking together. So rookie of Alexis for Mike G. Let me try to adjust my lighting here real fast. I forgot to mention, break 59 and 60 went live just about 10 seconds ago. And 59 was 4 boxes of Allure with tiered pricing, and 60 is 3 boxes of Allure with a box of Skybox, also with tiered pricing. So those are live on the website right now. All right, next up we got Jonathan Tavares. Then we have Anthony Mantha for the Red Wings with a rainbow foil here. And again, they're kind of stuck together here. So Mantha with the rainbow foil. We'll check the back to see if it is numbered. I don't think they are. No, this one is not. Then we have a Thomas Harley for the Stars Grand Entrance. Grand Entrance for Harley and Dallas. Nice one card there. Then we have another Lafreniere. So 2 in the same box here. That camera's being very dark. Let's see if I can pull it back here a little bit. So Lafreniere with a kind of a blue border here, non-numbered. Still another nice card for Mike. That's 2 Lafrenieres in one pack, I should say, not one box. Then we have Nick Robertson for the Maple Leafs. And we have Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. Into pack 2. Yeah, these cards are awesome. Next up, Thomas Hertl for the Sharks. Again, we are sticking. Then we have Martin Kaut for the Avalanche. I do like the design too. Reminds me of like a tombstone almost. We have Alexander Barkov for the Swamp Kitties. And here we have Vital Kravtsov for the Rangers. This is a nice one here. Last year I think this was Red Prism. I'm guessing it's going to be the same name this year. Red Rainbow. Non-numbered, but another one for Mike there. So Red Rainbow for the Rangers. For the Caps we have Jacob Vrana. I like how the NHL shield there looks like a tiger spot. But the NHL shield is kind of blacked out. That's pretty neat. This is out of 45. NHL Shield 1945 is the name of the card. And this is a short print out of 45. So a nice one here for the Capitales. Going to David Hoover. Hoove's back. He was with us in the beginning. I think he started to help out the guys over at Buck City. And then he got back into this break. So nice one here for you, Dave. But the shields are awesome. Looks like little cheetah spots. I don't have a cat noise. I'll have a cat noise for next time we have cheetah spots. But as Upper Deck would call it, the NHL Shield 1945. And this is 35 out of 45. We got to do it, right? This is our first of the night? I think it is. Boom! Trippy buttons. All right. Got a nice one there. And pull this up. What happened? I don't have the feed of what you guys see, so hopefully that didn't mess you guys up there with the going back and forth with buttons there. That was kind of funny. We'll do a organ for Hoover, or for Hooves. If my organ wants to work. Organ? Anybody? My organ's not working. That's what she said. Put Verona there. All right. Next up we have, for the Blue Jackets, Matisse Klivniks. Kind of the blue border there too. Of course, it's not really showing up blue. Kind of a light blue there. For Columbus. Nice one, Matisse. Then we have Kyle Palmieri for the Devils. And last card in this pack, Josh Norris for the Senators. Palmieri and Norris. Man, these do look really sharp. I'm digging them. All right. Get into our next one. We're only in pack 3. First up, Brendan Gallagher for Montreal. Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa. Got a nice one here, Elvis Merzlikins for the Blue Jackets. This one is a black border sticking here a little bit. And Columbus was Jason Miller. And it's called a Black Rainbow. I didn't know there was such a thing. But non-numbered Black Rainbow for Elvis and Columbus. So congrats, Jason. Nice little insert there. Allure, maybe last year's OPG Platinum. That could be. It's a good way to put it. But it looks sharp. Next up we have, for the Bruins, Diagnostics. Brad Marchand. Looks like a fingerprint there. It's not mine. Had a lot of coffee tonight. But Diagnostics for Birdman. I don't think he's in the chat tonight, but a nice insert for you, Birdman. The Rainbow Chase has already begun. That's a really cool card, though, with the fingerprint in the background. For Marchand and Waston. Then for the Avalanche, Pavel Francois. Kind of the blue border there. Again, my camera's not picking up the blue so much. It's kind of like a light blue. But it looks really sharp. If I put it in a light like that, it will, but of course it's a huge glare. So Francois and the Avs. Just burn that card. Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. Let me get up on the camera there. Yeah, they are sharp. Then we have last two, Zach Parise for the Wild, Nick Suzuki for Montreal. So Parise and Suzuki as last two there. Yeah, these are very sharp. It looks like we got a die cut one here. Alex Belzile for Montreal first up. And here we got a Stamkos with a color insert. I gotta get buttons out here because you guys will see the next cards. So we got Stammer here with like some blue and green and red on them. So it's gotta be, I'm not sure what that is. You notice the green line going through it and the blue line here, unless it's a misprint of some sort. I haven't seen that yet. I'm sure it's gotta be a certain card though. So there's like some blue lines there. Then blue over here, a green line through it, red at the top. Has any of you guys seen one like this before? And it's not any different name on the back. Red dasher, blue line, yellow dasher. Yeah, very interesting there. But going to Rob with Lightning. Send that Parise to whoever has the Islanders. Next up, Islanders League. Speaking of Islanders. And the Islanders are, of course it's Glenn. Glenn's got Islanders in the Allure. So here's Islanders League. And the one that I was kind of hiding with buttons back here, this was Orange Crush, I think, last year. But a nice die-cut rookie of Gabe Vilardi and LA Kings. So we know this is going to be a short print to some number. Man, these are sharp. Orange Slice, non-numbered. So Orange Slice, non-numbered of Gabe Vilardi. It's still an awesome card. Kind of like an hourglass or a fire hydrant. Very sharp one for the Kings. And the Kings were Brian Pettigo. So congrats, Brian. We'll throw this one out here too until we get some more. Put him back next to Oshie. And we have Brendan Hagel for the Blackhawks with the grand entrance. I'm going to be going through penny sleeves tonight. These are sick. So nice Blackhawks going to Caleb. A grand entrance for Mr. Hagel. Then we have Liam Foudy for Columbus with the kind of a light blue border. Jason Robertson for Dallas. And Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers as the last two cards here. Still looking for our auto. First up, Victor Soderstrom for the Desert Dogs. Then we have Travis Konecny for the Flyers. Then we have Igor Korshkov for the Leafs with the black border. The Black Rainbow, I think it was called. Yeah, Igor Korshkov, Black Rainbow. And the Leafs were Aaron Greenius. Congrats, Aaron. Insert for you. Then we have a nice jersey card here of Alexander Barkov and the Swamp Kitties. Nice big red patch there. See if it's numbered. Red Rainbow jersey, non-numbered. Still a very cool card of Barkov. Get in there. Nice card there. And last two cards we have Igor Korshkov again for the Leafs and Sebastian Aho for Carolina. Korshkov and Aho is the last two. I'm wondering if those light blue rookies are taking the place of the portraits from last year. That would kind of make sense. You got Tyler Benson for the Oilers. We have an upside down card here. So this is going to be the auto. It is not. By Dustin Brown for the Kings. Followed by Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Then we have Gil Sens for the Devils. A red rainbow here. Probably a different name for it. So Gil Sens for the Devils. Oh, just red rainbow. Nice insert there. Looks very sharp. Followed by City Selly for Joe Pavelski and the Stars. So it looks kind of dark, but you can see the skyline there of Dallas. It'd be cool if they had that like green ball from Dallas. Or if they had the X on the street where an old president might have had something happen to him. I'm sure Upper Deck doesn't want that on their card though. But a City Selly here for Pavelski and Dallas Stars. That would be funny though. They have the book repository. Then we have Maxime Letnoff for the Sharks. Michael DiPietro for Vancouver Canucks. And Jonathan Huberdeau for the Swamp Kitties. DiPietro and Huberdeau was last two. All right, down to 2 packs left here from box 1. You got Jake Gensel for the Penguins. A black rainbow here of Connor McDavid and the Oilers. So a nice insert here of Connor. Black rainbow. And the Oilers were, look at my little sheet, going to Eric. Nice insert of Connor for you, Eric. And next up we have our first auto of the night going to Jake Evans and Montreal. This is probably going to be a blue prism patch auto. I'm just making names up as I go. A sharp looking card for Montreal. Canadians going to Sammy out in Finland. So congrats, Sammy, back in the break with us tonight. So Jake Evans, blue line auto jersey out of 75. Blue line auto jersey out of 75 for Sammy. So congrats, bud. Put him back here. It's our first auto of the night. We'll do some horns and some sirens for Sammy. There you go, Sammy. It's a long horn. Alright. So congrats, Sammy. It's a very long horn. Alright, next up we have Alex Belzile for Montreal. William Karlsson for Vegas. And Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders. Karlsson and Bellows as the last two. Alright. Next up, we have Pecorine for Nashville. Pavel Francois for Avalanche. It's like a red rainbow here of DeBrincat and Chicago. Seems like these rainbows and the grand entrances come back to back. Might just be how it is right now, but so DeBrincat red rainbow for Chicago, followed by the grand entrance, as I was just saying, for Peyton Krebs and Vegas. So Krebs and Vegas. These grand entrance looks like the colored bounty chases for what was it? The ones that we've done twice now. Not maybe Chronology. Usually they're black and white, but this one's colored, obviously, for the bounty chases. But Peyton Krebs for Vegas. Keegan Kolesar back-to-back Vegas there. Kolesar for the Knights. Then we have Jean-Gabriel Pageau for the Islanders. Nikita Kucherov for the Lightning. And last card, Nico Hischier for the Devils. Kucherov and Hischier is the last two. And we will get into box number 2. Looks like that colored in McDavid. That card that will not be spoken of. Alright, we got our barcode there. And barcode there. They made this hard up front. I'm just going to rip it. The flap goes down really deep. Oh, there's tape right there too on the sides. Missed the tape earlier. But empty box. And we are into box number 2. Alright, we got Stammer again. So yeah, that is the boards, now that somebody said it. But it's odd that sometimes there's writing on the other boards, but not this one. So it's the bottom of the boards there. You can kind of see it now, there's just not writing on them like you see with some of the other cards. So Stamkos there, you've seen that one before. You can kind of see the difference there, but there's writing on this boards here for Anders Lee. Like this one, it was just barely ink there. So just how the pictures, I guess, for Stamkos. Anders Lee and the Islanders. Got a red rainbow here of Carey Price and Montreal. Put that one in. Oops. In there. So Price and Montreal, red rainbow. We got a new card we haven't seen yet here. Going to the Leafs, Timothy Liljegren iced out. We actually have two cards kind of stuck here. There you go. But Timothy Liljegren iced out. Looks kind of like a cracked glass there. Pretty cool. Kind of a purplish ice. Kind of matches the jersey there. And non-numbered, but still a really neat insert. So iced out for Liljegren and the Leafs. Then we had Gil Sens for the Devils. Kind of the light blue again. And last two, we have Ryan O'Reilly. Looks like last three actually kind of sticking here a little bit. So Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. Kyle Palmieri for Devils, and Josh Norris for the Sens. Norris and Palmieri as the last two right there. All right. Pack 2, we have Victor Soderstrom for the Desert Dogs. Travis Konecny for the Flyers. Got a rainbow here of Jonathan Huberdeau and the Swamp Kitties. This is going to be the black rainbow. Huberdeau and Panthers. And we have our auto right here, Victor Soderstrom for the Desert Dogs. Looks like a red rainbow auto. So Soderstrom and the Coyotes. And Coyotes was going to Martin Coverdale. It's our first break with us, so congrats, Martin. His first break, he gets the second auto of the night for the Coyotes. We'll take Verona down here with the cheetah spots and replace him with Soderstrom and the Swamp Kitties. I'm sorry, the Panthers. I can't say it now. With the Coyotes, excuse me. There we go. I love that transition. You gotta probably get tired of that real fast. Alright, so congrats Martin on the auto there. We got Tyler Benson for the Oilers. Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. Zach Parise for the Wild. And Nick Suzuki for Montreal. So we're starting to see some repeats. That's alright. Also seeing some new ones. About to have a seizure, says Casey, the transitions. You can do it a little slower, I imagine. All right, we got Keith Yandel for the Swamp Kitties. Finally getting their names right. And for the Ducks, Jonathan Gibson. Tyler Benson for the Oilers. Then we have for the Rangers, Vitaly Kravtsov with the grand entrance. Grand entrance for Kravtsov and the Rangers, followed by a grand entrance that is a new one that we haven't seen yet. Looks like a red rainbow grand entrance for Alexander Alexiev and the Capitales going to Hoove. And yeah, it doesn't have a different name, but clearly it's kind of a checkered version. So Hoove with another nice Capitals insert. Had the Verona Cheetah earlier. And now the Alexiev grand entrance, kind of the, like I said, it doesn't have a different name to it, but clearly it's a different version. Nice one for you, Dave. Then we have Olli Juolevi for Vancouver. Jason Robertson for the Stars, and Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Shesterkin and Robertson is the last two. That's not terrifying at all. All right. Got Malkin for the Penguins. Carey Price for Montreal. And a little sticky action there. Oops, drop Price there. Price for Montreal. Timothy Liljegren for the Leafs. We got a black rainbow for Shesterkin and the Rangers here. Yeah, so it seems like rainbows and grand entrances happen a lot. But a nice one there, Shesterkin, black rainbow for Mike G and the Rangers. Followed by a grand entrance, Philip Broberg and the Oilers. So Broberg and the Oilers. Yanni Hakanpää for the Ducks. And Connor McDavid for the Oilers. And one there as well. McDavid for the Oilers, followed by Pettersson for Vancouver. And these are sharp. That green really stands out at the back of the boards there on Pettersson. Like the green of, I think, TD Bank. And then his green in the socks. That one looks sharp. So Pettersson and McDavid is the last two there. Next up, Mark Stone for Vegas. Can't have a break without Stone for Vegas. Mark Giordano for the Flames. And we got a nice one here. Red Rainbow of Lafreniere and the Rangers for Mike G. Put this one on top loader for you, Mike. Nice one here. Little red rainbow action. Lafreniere looks really sharp. Then we have Michael DiPietro for Vancouver. Now the rainbow chase has begun. This is odd. Oh, all right, so Upper Deck is taking the cue from that hippie from YouTube. This is a double rainbow. It was extra thick. I was wondering why it was super thick, but it's a double rainbow. What does it mean? If you guys have seen that video, if not, go to YouTube, double rainbow. Double rainbow. But that is the name of the card. Double rainbow. It's for some organ music, why not? Double rainbow. half an organ. But very cool. For DiPietro and Vancouver. Followed by Nicholas Bedin for the Blackhawks. And Connor McMichael for the Capitales. So Bedin and McMichael as the last two there. Let's move him back. Oh, Glaire's going to get him regardless. Boom. Right. Double rainbow. I wonder if there's going to be like a double rainbow chase. All right, we got another Lafreniere here for Mike. Kind of a straight base card there. Followed by Jonathan Tavares and the Leafs. Black Rainbow of Sebastian Aho and Carolina. So Sebastian and the Hurricanes. Then we have a Diagnostics, which we saw in the first box with the fingerprint in the background. Very cool for Nico Hischier and the Devs. I think only Mike got the double rainbow reference. So Hischier and the Devils there. Got Mikey Anderson and LA. Pasta and the Bruins. Ryan Suter for the Wild, who I think they paid out his contract not to play, if I remember right. If I read that right. I think there was one other person who did that too as well. So Suter in the Wild and Matthew Tkachuk for the Flames. I think Matthew's waiting on a contract as well. Or was it Brady? One of the Tkachuk's waiting on a contract. So Suter and Matthew here. Tkachuk his last two. And 2 packs left. We have Thomas Hertl for the Sharks. They are kind of sticking here. So Hertl and the Sharks. Martin Kaut for the Avalanche. Barkov for the Swamp Kitties. We have another orange slice here for Dallas. This one looks really cool. So orange slice, non-numbered, but still a cool card for the Stars. Stars is going to Greg Rick. Nice card for you, Greg. Nice die cut card. Then we have a grand entrance here from Morgan Geekie in Carolina. The bottom left there has a dot on it, little Harrison dot, you can see. It's actually stuck to the card, you guys can see that. It's not part of the card. It's like an odd cut right there that's still attached to the card. It's like a little bonus card right there in the corner. It's nice that I can show Harrison dots to you all now. But Geeky there for the Hurricanes with a little bonus piece, a bonus Harrison dot. Got Artem Zagadulin for Calgary. I probably messed up his name big time. Zagadulin. Shane Bowers for the Avalanche. And Thomas Shabbat for the Senators. Bowers and Shabbat is the last two there. Down to our last pack. Casey says you want to see a treasure. I'd love to see one. Maybe that'd be the case hit. First up, we got Brendan Gallagher from Montreal. Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Alex Belzile for Montreal. Got a black rainbow for Michael DiPietro. And Vancouver. DiPietro and Vancouver, black rainbow. Got a new one here that we haven't seen yet for Barkov and the Swamp Kitties. He's shown up a lot. This is going to be the blue line out of 35. Blue line out of 35. Let's get Buttons out here. He knows what to do. Huge hit. Super short print. For Barkov out of 35. One more time for Buttons. There he is. Let's get an organ going. There it is. So a nice Barkov there. Leaves like some suspense there at the end. We got some nice short prints though. We'll pull a Kirill 1 of 1. I'll try, Dave. So a nice one going to the Swamp Kitties, and that was going to Brian P. So congrats, Brian, out in Colorado. Nice one for you. A couple Barkovs already. You guys haven't seen this yet tonight, but what about this one? You got Buttons surrounding me. There we go. Listen to me, there you go. Couple cards left, wrapping up box number 2. Morgan Geekie for the Hurricanes. Matthew Barzell for the Islanders. And Nick Robertson for the Leafs. Barzell and Robertson. Give me just a second here. I'm going to move these 2 boxes worth of cards here. We'll get right back into the next box. And just as a reminder, 59 and 60 dropped at the start of the break. 59 was 4 boxes of Allure with 2 tiers. The big 4 or 5 teams was 1 tier. The rest was a lower price. And break 60 was 3 boxes of Allure, 1 box of Skybox with 3 tiers on that one. So the main 4 big teams was the highest tier, and then the lower teams had 2 other tiers of pricing. 57 is still out there with the Rangers Random. That was all Skybox half case. 58 also the Skybox half case with the Rangers Random as well on the website. So there's barcode 1, barcode 2 into our 3rd box of Allure. Empty box. It's nice there's no slugs. All right, Thomas Harley leading us off here in box number 3 for Dallas. Then we have Ryan Getzlaff for the Ducks. Black Rainbow, Pasta, and the Brew Crew. Got a nice one that we haven't seen yet behind that one. So Pasta and the Bruins with the Black Rainbow. All right, so the card we haven't seen yet. Oh, this is a nice one. Joseph Woll for the Maple Leafs. That is sharp. And what's funny too is back to back, same card or same player, not same card. We have Woll for the Maple Leafs. This is going to have to be a short print, I would imagine. Going to Aaron. I'm guessing this is like Purple Prism. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it Purple Drink until I get the name for it. It's going to be Purple Diamond out of 10. Holy cow. Super short print. We're getting buttons out right now. Boom. Buttons. Show us. 5 out of 10. Seizure time. And let's do this. Nice card. That organ, there it is. That sounds a lot like a video game music that I'm probably going to get shut down if I play that anymore. We're going to skip that organ. It was a Ordelme Ombat K from the early 90s organ right there. But super nice short print here for Woll and the Maple Leafs going to Aaron. So congrats, Aaron, out of 10. Sick card, buddy. We'll put them right back there. Yeah, I was going to cover up buttons, but we'll have a buttons card right there if he'll stand up. Yeah, you can say it in the chat. We can't say it. I can't say it. Because I'll get dropped off of YouTube so fast. So we will skip that organ from now on. Man, nice card though. And like I said, the very next card was the same player. Then we got Martin Jones, so back-to-back goalies, but Jones for the Sharks. Mikey Anderson for LA. And Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Anderson and Hughes is the last 2. All right, next up we have Miro Heiskanen for the Stars. Philip Kurashev for the Blackhawks. Mark Scheifele and the Jets. And for the Leafs, man, Leafs are starting to kill it tonight. We have Mitch Marner. I think this was the Orange Crush, I believe. Orange Slice. Non-numbered Orange Slice for the Leafs. Another nice Leafs hit. Followed by another iced out for Carter Hart and the Flyers. Super sharp card. Kind of the purple ice back there. So Carter Hart and the Flyers. Followed by Chaz Michaels and the Caps. Then we have Draisaitl for the Oilers and Alexander Alexiev for the Caps. Draisaitl and Alexiev. This fat pack feels a little bit thicker, maybe not. Got Marner for the Leafs. Gabe Vilardi for the Kings. Black Rainbow here for Ryan Suter and Minnesota. So Black Rainbow for Suter and the Wild. Followed by an autograph here. I can grab them. We have for the Swamp Kitties, Keith Yandel. So Keith Yandel and the Florida Panthers. Nice looking one. This is the Red Rainbow Auto. I can grab my top loader. Going to Brian P. out in Colorado. Congrats, Brian. Brian's been getting some short prints and an auto now. Put him right there. Get the auto horns and the organs for Brian. Congrats, Brian. Charge. All right. Yeah, it's kind of a letdown there. It builds you up and there's nothing. Needs like a goal horn or something. All right, DiPietro for Vancouver. Like an automated goal horn. Jack Eichel for Buffalo. James Van Riemsdyk for Philly. And last card is Jake Evans for Montreal. Van Riemsdyk and Evans. Yeah, it's BP. Correct, Casey. Brian Pettigo. Next up we have Roman Josi for Nashville. Jacob Vrana for the Caps. Had his cheetah card earlier. Followed by Ovi for the Caps. Back-to-back Caps going to good old Hoove. We have a red rainbow here of Tyler Benson and the Oilers. Should be non-numbered. Red rainbow for Benson and the Oilers. Followed by a grand entrance of Mr. Jason Robertson for Dallas Stars. Robertson in Dallas. Mackenzie Entwistle for Chicago. Again, these, I'm guessing this is like the new portrait card. Kind of a teal, soft blue border. No name difference, but clearly they're different than the base cards. Jordan Binnington for the Blues, and Mr. Dylan Larkin for the Red Wings. Larkin and Binnington. I smell a trade, says Casey. Johnny Carlson for the Caps. So the Caps starting to come through. Nathan McKinnon for the Avs. Igor Zamula for Flyers. Got a black rainbow here of Mr. Pettersson and the Canucks. So black rainbow for Elias. Got another iced out here for Gabe Vilardi and the LA Kings. These are sharp. Vilardi in LA. Followed by Thomas Harley for the Stars. Been pulling a lot of him tonight. Jake Oettinger and Dallas. Back-to-back Stars. And Andrei Svechnikov for the bunch of jerks down in Raleigh. So Svech and Oettinger's last two. All right. Next up we have Dylan Strome for Chicago. And we got another one here for Hoove and the Caps. Iced out with a different variation here for Jacob Vrana. And no different name on there, but you can clearly tell it's a different version. I think we've kind of ran into this variation before. But Vrana and the Caps going to Hoove. I'm glad Hoof came back. He used to get the caps all the time. Now he's going to give Garth a run for his money with the caps. We got Verona there. We got Verona Cheetah, Verona that. All right, so we have Martin Kaut. This is going to be a double rainbow all the way. I can feel it. It's a thicker variation. What does it mean? I got to get that sound right now. Double rainbow. But it is indeed the double rainbow. Some hippie upper deck probably was like, I got the best name ever. So double rainbow for Kaut and the Avs there. The Avalanche going to Justin Beaver, his first one with us, Garth's friend. Not Bieber, it's Beaver. So Zamula here with the Flyers. Artemi Panarin with the Rangers. And last card, Ty Dellandrea for the Stars. Looks like he's about to fall down there. So Dellandrea and Panarin is the last two. All right, Keith Yandel for the Panthers. We have a black rainbow here of Connor McMichael. Caps are starting to get all the inserts. Congrats, Don, again. I'm sorry, David. David Hoover, not Donald. So Connor McMichael, Chaz Michaels with the black rainbow. Got a diagnostics here for Ryan O'Reilly and the Blues. That big old fingerprint. Ryan O'Reilly and the Blues. Martin Kaut for the Avalanche. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Bo Horvat for the Canucks. Haven't seen him yet tonight. It's the first one there for Bo. Peyton Krebs for VGK. And Nick Foligno for Columbus. Krebs and Foligno as the last two cards in that pack. Down to our last pack in box number 3. We have Liam Foudy for Columbus. Victor Olofsson for Buffalo. Brad Marchand for the Bruins. Tyler Seguin for the Stars. Then for the Avalanche, we have Cale Makar with the red prism here. Non-die cut, it looks like a loaf of bread. It's kind of funny they had that design with on the outside. Looks like a loaf of bread to me. So Cale Makar, red rainbow for the Avalanches. Then we have a grand entrance for Calvin Thurkoff and Columbus. Thurkoff and CBJ. Jake Evans for Montreal. And last card in this pack, Anze Kopitar for LA. Kopitar and Montreal. That's the last two. All right. Fourth box. Barcode. Barcode. Tape flaps. See if there's a better way to do this. Kind of bring it up here. Oh, that's good, I guess. That was a lot easier than the last 3 boxes. Empty box. Guess when you cut the tape flaps just right. Now let's get some organs here for box 4. There we go. It's a good one. All right, Mark Stone for Vegas. Followed by Mark Giordano for Calgary. Thomas Chabot with the black rainbow for Ottawa. I hope you guys like the organs. The new edition. Maybe you don't. But Chabot and Ottawa is the black rainbow. Igor Zamula with a double rainbow. What does it mean? third double rainbow of the night. So Igor Zamula for the Flyers. I can just tell by the thickness now because it's a thicker card. So Zamula and the Flyers. How about Pierre Oliver Joseph for the Penguinos. And Ryan Suter for the Wild. And the chat is like dead. Did the chat die? Next up, we got Lafreniere with a base card. Little stick in action there. We have Jonathan Tavares for the Leafs. Thomas Hurdle for the Sharks. And for the Penguins, Sidney Crosby. The Red Rainbow. The Red Rainbow for Sid the Kid and the Tuxedo Chickens. Jake Evans with the grand entrance for Montreal. Evans and Montreal. Anthony Angelo for the Penguins. Matthew Tkachuk for Calgary with his mouthpiece like a snorkel. And Shane Bowers for Colorado. I saw it, Nikki was posting her cats in the mountains with the cowboy hats. The snorkel reminds me, she's got to get the, Nikki, if you're on the break, you got to have the cat with the cowboy hat and the snorkel. All right. This one feels a little thicker, but there's maybe a new card here we haven't seen yet. The first up is Martin Kaut for the Avalanche. Barkov for the Swamp Kitties. Brendan Gallagher from Montreal. Matthew Barzal for the Islanders with a black rainbow. And that is a card we haven't seen yet with an auto. So Barzal for the Islanders, the black rainbow. And we have a grand entrance auto, Calvin Thurkoff and Columbus. That's pretty awesome. Going to Jason Miller. How many more boxes are left? We have 6 boxes left. And we just got into this. We've got 2, 4, 5 packs left. Basically, we're into our 4th box right now. So 6 left, Caleb. But Calvin Thurkoff here for Columbus Grand Entrance Auto. Get him in here nice and sweet like. It's kind of, these Grand Entrance variations don't have like the, this is just called a green auto. So that one actually does have a different name. But it sucks that they're non-numbered. It's a nice card. I guess just being the auto is good enough. You notice the sticker is way off to the left on this one. Which is kind of odd, but that's alright. But very cool auto nonetheless. Going to Mr. Jason Miller. Put him out here. We will do our auto horns. I think we have these auto horns as well. We're going to try do these auto horns in an organ. All right, so congrats, Jason. Peyton Krebs with Vegas. Thomas Chabot with Ottawa. Matthew Barzal and the Islanders. And Nick Robertson for the Leafs. Robertson and Barzal are the last 2 there. So it's nice we're still pulling up new cards that we haven't seen a few boxes in. We got Vasilevsky and the Lightning. Belzile for Montreal. The orange slice. Is that right? Or was it crush? Slice, that was right. Orange slice of Mark Scheifele and the Jets. So, man, I'm just throwing stuff right now. So orange slice for Scheifele and the Jets. I think Foxy got the Jets. So orange slices aren't numbered this year. I think they were last year. It's still a very cool card. Then we have an iced out here of Jacob Verana in the Capitals. So Mr. Hoove, good night to come back and choose the Caps. So iced out for Verana and the Caps. Got Jake Ottinger and Dallas. Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. Kyle Palmieri for the Devs. And Josh Norris for Ottawa. Palmieri and Norris as the last two there. All right, we have Vitaly Krasov for the Rangers. Little stick in action here. Alex DeBrincat for Chicago. The black rainbow here of Matthew Tkachuk and Calgary. So Tkachuk and the Flames. Followed by our second City Silly of the night, going to Connor McDavid. I know nothing about Edmonton. Skyline looks nice back there. There's a bridge with an arch down here in the corner. I'm sure it's like the American cities. Got a nice card there. Nice insert for Connor skating through the night sky with some fireworks. For the Oilers. Connor Ingram for Nashville. Our first Austin Matthews of the night. You guys can't see it. Maybe you can now. Back there in the background you can see it. Someone say mustache to the left of Oshie back there. We'll see him later on. But Zach hit one of those tonight. Such a cool card. Yeah, the City Sillies are cool. So Matthews here for Toronto. Morgan Geeky for the Canes. And Anthony Mantha for Detroit Red Wings. Surprised we haven't pulled a Chara yet for the Caps. Kemel Carr for the Avalanche. And there we go. Bowen Byram for the Avs. Back-to-back Avs. And back-to-back Avalanche. Same player. If we were doing the drinking game right now, that'd be 27.5 drinks. 3 Avalanche in a row. 2 of the 3 were back-to-back of the same player, being Bowen Byram. With the red rainbow here. So Bowen Byram, red rainbow. Then I think we have another double rainbow. Double rainbow! What does it mean? I gotta get that. That'll be on the soundboard next. For next break. So double rainbow of Pierre-Olivier Joseph for the Penguins. Double rainbow. Then we have Jonas Johansson for Buffalo. Merzlikins for Columbus. And Igor Korshkov for the Leafs. Merzlikins and Korshkov as the last 2. Alright, next up. Sid the Kid for the Penguins. Nicholas Badin for the Blackhawks. Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Black rainbow here for Shane Bowers and the Avalanche. We're starting to see that trend again of the black rainbows and the grand entrances. Bowers there for the Avs with the black rainbow. Then we have Tyler Benson with the grand entrance and Edmonton. Kind of cool back too. So Benson there. Then we have Gustav Lindstrom for the Red Wings, Connor McNugget for the Oilers, and Pettersson for the Canucks. We've seen this pattern before too, as the last two cards being McDavid and Pettersson. I think that was box 2 maybe. We'll keep an eye out for that, for McDavid, Pettersson, as we proceed. All right, next up we have Malkin for the Penguins, Carey Price for Montreal. I think we've seen this pattern before. Liljegren for the Leafs. Then for the Canucks, Olli Juolevi, the Red Rainbow. Juolevi for the Canucks, Red Rainbow. I do like that a lot. We have a Diagnostics here for the Rangers and Panarin. The fingerprint. So Panarin there for the Rangers. The Diagnostics. Vitaly Kravtsov for the Rangers. Back-to-back Rangers there. Chaz Michaels with the Caps. And David Pastrnak with the Bruins. The last one there. All right. So we are in our 5th box. Yes, 5th box of the night. Barcode. Barcode. Tape tab. Tape tab. Into box. Alright. Digging the Allure so far. First up, Pecorine and Nashville. After this box, we'll probably take like a 2-minute break, a little halfway point break, so I can move kind of these autographs out of the way for the last 5, move the cards to my left out of the way. Maybe yes, we'll do like a 2-minute break. Pecorine here for Nashville. Pablo Francois for the Avalanche. Black Rainbow here for Kyle Palmieri and the Devils. Palmieri and the Devs. Then we have, it's like a red rainbow jersey of Tyler Benson and the Oilers. So Benson and the Oilers here. The red rainbow, I'm calling it jersey. Yep, red rainbow jersey. Benson and the Oilers. Hopefully you guys are liking the camera as well. It's a Sony, by the way. I got rid of the webcam and went with the actual Sony camera. I think it brings the focus in so much faster and better for you guys. Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders and Nico Hischier for the Devils as the last 2. I see the lighting's a little bit off, which I'll have that fixed by the next break so it's not so dark. Garth, huge hits. I think this was our shortest print so far, the Joseph Wall out of 10 for the Purple Diamond. Soderstrom auto, Yandel auto, Jake Evans auto, Calvin Thurkoff auto, and a Gabe Velarde back there, orange slice. Jacob Verana cheetah card, which is the NHL Shield from the 40s. So lots of inserts, no huge autos yet, but lots of nice inserts so far. Carlson for the Caps. Nathan McKinnon for the Avs. Igor Zamula for the Flyers. Got a red rainbow here of Ryan McLeod in the Oilers. Got quite a few of the iced out cards as well. Got another one after this one. So Ryan McLeod, red rainbow for the Oilers. Followed by Draisaitl for the Oilers with the iced out. I think there's like our 4th or 5th iced out we got so far. Got 3 or 4 of the double rainbows as well. Victor Soderstrom for the Desert Dogs. Jake Ottinger for Dallas. And Svechnikov for the Bunch of Jerks down in Raleigh. Ottinger and Svech is the last 2 there. Next up, Dylan Strom for Chicago. Got a black rainbow of Josh Norris. And we have our auto back there. Tell you what. So Norris black rainbow for the Ottawa Senators. It is one of those nights where kind of the off teams are hitting the autos. Brian Pedigo with the Swamp Kitties. Now with the second auto. He had the Keith Yandel back there, right at my index finger. Now he's getting the bark off. I guess this is a Blue Line jersey auto? That's probably what it was last year, and it is. Blue Line jersey auto out of 25 for BP. So nice one for you, Brian. Congrats, buddy. Blue Line jersey auto out of 25 of Barkov. All right, Casey says second to last box on the left. No Hall of Fame tonight. Man, I forgot. We'll do it in the second half. Completely forgot Hall of Fame. But we will get to that. So Barkov here for Brian again. Nice card, 7 out of 25. We'll put him, get rid of our orange slice here. So we can put him on the side there. Kind of scrunch him into the picture. So another nice one for BP. Let's get the organ going. Get the horns going. Get the huge hit going with buttons. All right. Congrats, Brian. Button says huge hit. Off-season buttons. For fear of living in Vegas buttons, as Mike called him. With his eyes going all crazy directions. So we got Cage Quinney here for Vegas. Panarin for the Rangers. And Ty Dellandrea for the Stars. Yeah, completely forgot about Hall of Fame. So during our 2-minute intermission, since we're at the halfway point after this box, I'll mark some boxes up for that. Yandel here for the Panthers. Liam Foudy for Columbus. Victor Olofsson for the Sabres. Red Rainbow here of Nicholas Badin and the Blackhawks. Badin with the Red Rainbow. Followed by a grand entrance of Chaz Michael Michaels for the Caps. I saw somebody on Facebook completed his draft day mark. Looked really nice. It's a lot of letters though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Samsonov was 2, 4, 6, 8. So longer than Samsonov. But Michael there for the Caps grand entrance. Followed by Shane Bowers for Colorado. And it's super dark. So yeah, working on the lighting issue will be next break. Carter Hart for the Flyers. And Bo Horvat for the Canucks. Next up we have Stammer for, see this one, the lighting's a little bit better, maybe not. But Stamkos for the Lightning. Anders Lee for the Islanders. Got a black rainbow of Nick Robertson and the Leafs. Good thing I have my penny sleeves stacked and ready to go. I'm going through a lot tonight. But Robertson and the Leafs, the black rainbow. Followed by Victor Soderstrom for the Coyotes. Got his auto back there. Insert here. The grand entrance. Followed by Nick Robertson for the Leafs again. Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. Parisi and the Wild. And Nick Suzuki and Montreal. Parisi and Suzuki is the last two. Next up, Victor Soderstrom for the Coyotes. Apparently Allure likes Victor Soderstrom. Got John Gibson in the Ducks. Red Rainbow here of Dustin Brown in LA. Brown and the Kings. Then we have a green, let's say green rainbow rookie. I don't think we've seen this one before. Green Quartz out of 99. Green Quartz for Alex Belzile and Montreal. So less than 100 we'll put into our top loader. So Belzile and Montreal, 70 of 99. And Canadians, we're going to... Canadians, where do they go on my sheet? Going to Sammy. Sammy out in Finland. Next up, Alexander True for the Sharks. Robertson for Dallas. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. And Sebastian Aho for the Hurricanes. Aho and Shesterkin as the last two cards. And 2 packs left in our 5th box. So we'll do our halfway point here. Intermission. When we get to it, Travis Konecki for the Flyers. Tyler Benson for the Oilers. Black Rainbow for Ryan O'Reilly and the Blues. So we have another City Selly next. Ryan O'Reilly and St. Louis. We have a City Selly for VGK and Mark Stone. That's pretty cool. You can see the Luxor back there. You can see the Empire State Building at New York, New York. Can't quite tell the other casinos off the top of my head, but clearly the Luxor and the Empire State's part of New York, New York. Maybe the Mirage back there. I think that's the Mirage. They don't have the fountains, but very cool for the Las Vegas City Selly and Mark Stone. Be cool if they had a slot machine on it too. So City Selly of Stone and VGK. Bowen Byram for the Avalanche. Michael DiPietro for the Canucks. Jonathan Huberdeau and the Swamp Kitties. And William Karlsson for Vegas. Huberdeau and Karlsson as the last two. Next up, Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Jake Gensel for the Penguins. Alexander Alexiev for the Capitals with the grand entrance. Now it looks like we have another City Selly. It's Alexiev in the Caps. And this is a different City Selly. You see the variation there. It's Mark Stone again for Vegas, but you see it's very pixelated. This one is going to... It doesn't have a different name, which is horrible because it's a variation. You can tell the difference there. It's kind of like a checkered variation. So there's the original, and this one has the kind of the shininess to it. So that's very cool to have the two variations here. Going to Matty D. Yeah, I wish they would have like the variation name, but I do not see it anywhere on the back. But another nice one for Matt D. Gets both the normal and every insert has that prism variant, it seems. Yeah, must be Casey. So Robertson here for the Stars. Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders. John Gabriel Pajot for the Islanders. And Nikita Kucherov for the Lightning. Pajot and Kucherov as the last two. Casey, I think you're right. Has the variation. All right, so we are halfway through. We will take a quick break. We will do, let's do 3 minutes real fast. Put 3 minutes on the board. that there. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys can't see it. But 3 minutes starting now. I'm going to move some of these cards out of the way. The cards to my left. Put this here, you guys can see it. There you go. Boom, bam. So here's some paper in the background, some random noises. See what I'm doing. I'll show you real fast. And selfie. There's me. Back here. Trash. See buttons surrounding me there. Alright, we got about 1:40 left. And as I said, 59 and 60 were released at the start of the break. 59 was 4 boxes of Allure with tiered pricing. 60 was 3 boxes of Allure and 1 box of Skybox. Kind of split it up like that to keep the prices a little bit lower since Skybox is ridiculous. 57 was the half break of, or half case of Skybox. There was 15 teams left in that one, but the Rangers were wild for everyone, or random for everyone. And 58 was the other half case of Skybox. Rangers were wild or random off in that one as well. So let's see, is it just me, or did they run out of jerseys for this year? Allure last year, every box had at least 1 jersey card plus an auto. This year, not so much. Yeah, it seems like jerseys are less, Matt. We're getting an auto per box, but yeah. But it seems like a lot more inserts too, though. Like random inserts, like the iced out, quite a few of those so far. Just a second here. Got about 30 seconds left. So again, 59 and 60 were those new breaks. Looks like the top tiered teams have been bought from both of those, but there's the other 27 teams are lower prices. And there is my timer. So plenty of teams left in those 2 new ones, plus our half cases. 57 and 58 was the pure Skybox breaks. Those are still out there as well. Let's get buttons in here real fast. Boom, there's buttons. He's ready to go. Get some organs going for the second half of Allure. All right. So we have barcode there, 2 tape flaps. Empty box. All right, good luck everybody in the second half here. Looks like they ran out of Kirill cards. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a Kirill yet, have we, Dave? Pretty sure we haven't. Seen a lot of caps though in this. So Veron in the caps, Ovi in the caps, back-to-back caps for Mr. Hooves. Nick Suzuki with the black rainbow. Sorry for the glare there. Man, and another Capitals. They love Jacob Vrana in Allure. So Suzuki here with the black rainbow. Our third Caps card in this pack. Jacob Vrana with the red rainbow jersey. Hey, for everyone that's in the chat, does the camera look better? Can you guys tell the difference with the camera? Dave, thanks for having faith in me. So red rainbow for Verona here. Hopefully you can. Mike G says Zeef. I guess that is Deef, Def. Gotcha. Awesome. Lucas Carlson for Chicago. And James Van Riemsdyk for the Flyers. Camera is way better, says Foxy. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It was way pricier, too. All right, Vitaly Kravtsov for the Rangers. The Brinkat for the Blackhawks. Kevin Carr for the Avs. Got a red rainbow here of Josh Norris. So Norris and Sens with the red rainbow. Followed by a grand entrance of Mr. Lafreniere. Put him in top loader for you, Mike. So nice insert for you, Mike, with the grand entrance of Lafreniere. Like I said, I'll get the, hopefully by the next break I'll get the lights worked out so it's not super dark. I think it's a little too dark. That Laffy is colored in. Michael Berdine for the Jets. Jake Evans for Montreal. And Bennington for the Blues. Felt thicker there. But Evans and Bennington. Yeah, clearly you can see the gold colored in there that Dave pointed out. It's been colored on for Lafreniere. And that's why they didn't hold value, because they loaded boxes up. What do you mean, Casey? Bowen Byram for the Avs. Crosby for the Penguins. A black rainbow here of Jason Robertson. We got a nice one there. So Jason Robertson, black rainbow for Dallas. And again, it is kind of the odd teams tonight, but a cool auto here. I think Foxy had the Jets. Connor Hellebuck with the diagnostic prism. It's the variant as well. See what it says back here? Black and green auto is what it's calling it. Black and green diagnostic auto for Hellebuck and the Jets. That is an awesome card. That is almost like a, he almost stands out there. It's almost like a 3D in a way with that in the background. Like the fingerprint in the player. I don't know, Hellebuck really stands out. That is a sick card. And our first diagnostic auto that we've seen so far. Non-numbered though, still really cool. We'll do some sirens and some horns and everything for Foxy here and the Jets. I can get my computer horns to work. Garth's dropping some puns in the chat. All right, we have Alexander Alexiev for the Caps. Larkin for the Red Wings. Austin Matthews for the Leafs. And Morgan Geekie for the Hurricanes. Matthews and Geekie, the last two. Next up, Nicholas Bedin for Chicago. Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Got a red rainbow here of Amy Malkin for the Penguinos. Not sure if that's Penguins in Spanish or not, just kind of made that up. So Malkin and the Penguins, red rainbow. Followed by an iced out for Pecorine and Nashville. I do like these a lot too. Kind of purplish. So Pecorine and the Preds. Very nice looking. Philip Broberg and the Oilers. Anthony Mantha for the Red Wings. Elvis Merzlikins for Columbus, and our last card is going to be Igor Korshkov for the Leafs. Merzlikins and Korshkov. All right, Brad Marchand for Boston. Tyler Seguin for Dallas. Thomas Harley for Dallas. We'd be drunk. We would be passed out drunk right now if we were doing back-to-back teams. So Harley for the Stars. Black rainbow here for Patrick Kane and the Blackhawks. And we have a diagnostics here for Vasilevsky and the Lightning. Lightning going to Rob Van Dam down in Tampa. So Vazzy and the Lightning. Gabe Velarde for LA. Peyton Krebs for Vegas. And Nick Foligno for Columbus as the last two. Krebs and Foligno. All right, Foxy's dropping some stats. D13, Connor Hellebuck, 1 in 1,227 packs. So a nice hit for you there, Foxy. So Getzlaff and the Ducks. I think we got some color in this one. A little orange and green back there. Miro Heiskanen for the Stars. Philip Kurashev for the Blackhawks. And our orange slice here is Philip Kurashev. Back-to-back would be 18.5 drinks. But back-to-back Kurashevs. If it's 3 back-to-back Kurashevs, we'll put the base card here just for a second. Can we get 3 Kurashevs in a row? No. So Kurashev base, Kurashev orange slice for Chicago. Orange slice. I think the oranges were out of 99 last year, or 199 maybe. I remember they were numbered. This is a little cooler than last year's though, with the kind of die cut. So it's like a fire hydrant or a loaf of bread. With the black looks like a loaf of bread. Orange looks like a fire hydrant. And our green behind it was Victor Soderstrom with the green rainbow. This is going to be out of 99. Or I'm sorry, green quartz. Green quartz for Soderstrom and the Coyotes. And Coyotes was Martin Coverdale with his first break with us. So again, congrats, Martin. Yeah, orange slice were numbered last year. Yeah, so Foxy, yeah. I mean, maybe I thought it was 199 or 299. So Casey, you're probably right, but they definitely were. But now we have the green quartz, 3 of 99. So maybe they took the place of orange. But sharp looking card there for you, Martin. Less than 99, we'll send buttons our way. There's buttons saying a huge hit. Boom, let's do some rave music. Rave music. Oh, wait, we weren't supposed to play that one, because that was a certain video game. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get a warning here from YouTube probably pretty soon. Alright, Ty Delanda for Dallas. Andre Kopitar for LA, and Martin Jones for the Sharks. So the last two cards, Kopitar and Jones. They're going to shut me down for playing that music. Mark Scheifele and the Jets. Mitch Marner and the Leafs. Dustin Brown and LA Kings. Zach Parise and the Wild with a black rainbow. And we got Liljegren with the grand entrance for the Leafs. So Liljegren there and Toronto. And our last two cards in this pack, last three cards, those are going to go in for Toronto, back-to-back Toronto players, same player. I don't even know what the count would be anymore. We need Rob with the little beer steins in the chat. It'd be like, no joke, it'd probably be around 30. So back-to-back, Liljegren's there. Mikey Anderson for LA, followed by Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Anderson and Hughes. Next up, Gabe Velarde for LA. Roman Josi for Nashville. We have Brady Tkachuk with the red rainbow here. Looks like we got a City Selly next. We've had 3 of those so far tonight, 2 being Mark Stone, with one being the variation of Mark Stone. So Tkachuk here, red rainbow for Ottawa. The fat buttons eyeball over there. Scoot middle over there, there's fat buttons. And we have our City Celebration here, City Selly of Mitch Marner and Toronto. I'm sure Foxy could tell us all these buildings here. They don't have the CNN tower, which is unfortunate. That'd be a cool one to have in here. Might be right here on the left. There's a very tall building on the side. I bet you that is. You can just see the edge of it. It goes very tall there. But Marner and the Leafs with the City Selly. Those are cool inserts. Remember they had the city landscapes, or it was called cityscapes in a previous product. Don't think it was Allure. Maybe it was. Was that 3 years ago, the cityscapes for Allure? Philip Kurashev for the Blackhawks. Draisaitl for the Oilers. And press OK to continue using your monitor. Uh-oh. Hold on just a second. Press OK real fast. There we go. So Draisaitl for the Oilers. Alexander Alexiev for the Capitals. And Jack Eichel for the Sabres. So Eichel and Alexiev as the last two. Into our 7 bucks. 7 bucks. So 8, 9, 10 we'll do Hall of Fame guesses. How's that? We haven't done any Hall of Fame guesses. 8, 9, and 10. So the next 3. The final 3 boxes we'll do it. Guesses are going to be so random too. We have barcode. Barcode. Empty box. If you can guess it out of a brand new Allure. Oh, so I do have prize packs now. I was waiting to get some cards in. I do have prize packs. So if I owe you a prize pack, which I have a list in the other room, they will be heading your way very soon. I believe there was like 4 or 5 folks that were on the prize pack list. So check your mailboxes. So Ottawa Senators here and Brady Tkachuk. Malkin for the Penguins. Got a black rainbow here, Svechnikov and the Hurricanes. As you guys can see back there behind the box, there's Alex Ovechkin kitty. Thanks to Nikki. Stopping the break for the Ovechkin kitty. So Svechnikov, black rainbow. Then we have for Dallas, red rainbow jersey of Thomas Harley. Thomas Harley and the Stars. Red Rainbow jersey. Harley and Dallas. Then we have Martin Kaut for Colorado. Last card, Igor Korshkov for the Leafs. Kaut and Korshkov. Also behind Hellebuck there is the 2020 Break Champions card. Unfortunately, we did not win the 2021 Break Champions, at least that I'm not aware yet. Haven't got the card in the mail. But our 2020 Break Champions Man-Paul Alliance Raccoon card back in the background. We're not the back-to-back two-time Cup champs, unfortunately. Unless another card comes in the mail by the end of the year. All right, we got Carey Price for Montreal. Timothy Liljegren for the Leafs. Mark Stone for Vegas. We have Pavel Francois for Colorado with the Red Rainbow. So Red Rainbow for Pavel Francois. Then we have an iced out here from the man, the myth, the mustache, AM34. Guess who's growing a mustache? I know. So Austin Matthews iced out here. That beautiful, beautiful, come on camera, beautiful mustache. Right there. Boom bam. Brian P is not in here tonight, or he'd be doing the saying along with me. All right, Jake Evans from Montreal, Connor McJesus for the Oilers, and Pettersson. We've seen this 3 times now, back to back, or to end the pack, McDavid and Pettersson as the final 2 cards. We have, maybe the case hit here, a super thick card there. So there's only 3 cards in this pack. I'm guessing it is. So first up is Panarin with a black rainbow. We're going to get buttons out here real fast. So Panarin, black rainbow for LA. I'm sorry. I just ruined who the auto was for, I think. Panarin for the Rangers, black rainbow. And like I said, this could be the case hit for LA. Anze Kopitar, purple shenanigan, triple double ultra pack, patch I mean. We got silver, black, white patch. More bling on this card than Jay-Z's neck. This is going to be the purple diamond auto patch 10 out of 10. And like I said, I'm guessing that is the case hit. This is an eBay 1 of 1 times 3. 10 of 10, 1 of 1 backwards. Bit and boops if you do it sideways. But super nice card for Kopitar. Dirty patch there too. And the Kings were, who had LA? Going to Brian Pettigo. Pettigo has had some hits tonight. So congrats, Brian. We're going to flash the hit buttons here in a minute. Look away if you're prone to seizures. But a huge hit for Brian P. Let's cue up the horns. For Brian. Cue up the organs. Cue up buttons. That's not going to get old, is it? Throwing the huge hit buttons up. It might for you guys, but I'm digging the oversized buttons there. So congrats, Brian. That is a sick card, buddy. 10 out of 10 for Kopitar. That patch is amazing. A little silver there, a little silver friend with the white, more silver and black. 10 out of 10 for you, Brian. Congrats, bud. Like I said, there's only 3 cards in that pack, and we got Vitaly Kravtsov for the Rangers was the last one. All right. Next we have Mark Giordano for Calgary. Got some little sticky action going on here. There we go. So Giordano for Calgary. Lafreniere base card for the Rangers. Then we have an orange slice for Dallas. Orange slice. Saw somebody grab some teams in the new breaks. Popped up there on the screen. So Harley there for Stars. We have Bowen Byram with the grand entrance here. I think we were sleeving the grand entrance. Don't know if we were or not. Pierre-Olivier Joseph for the Penguins. Chaz Michaels for the Caps. Pasta for the Bruins. And Ryan Suter for Minnesota. Pasta and Suter. All right. Roman Josi for Nashville. Jacob Vrana for the Caps. Nico Hischier for the Devils with the Black Rainbow. I think we are not doing... I think we were actually. I don't remember if we were doing the sleeves for the... yeah, we were. So Hischier with the Black Rainbow here. Then we had a grand entrance for Shane Bowers in Colorado. So it's funny, Brian P. did not get his Avalanche, which he usually gets, but he got Flyers, Panthers, and Kings. Kings was the mega hit. He had quite a few Swamp Kitty autos and I think a couple of inserts. So Brian's crushing it tonight. Alex Belzile with Montreal. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Draisaitl for the Oilers. Last card, Alexander Alexiev for the Capitals. Alexiev and Draisaitl as the last two. Next up, Ovi for the Caps. Vitaly Kravtsov for the Rangers. Got some orange and green in this pack as well. DeBrincat for the Blackhawks. We have a grand entrance parallel here for Victor Soderstrom and the Coyotes. So as Mike pointed out, it seems like they all have a pixelated version, which with no different name to it, but you can tell it's different because it's usually like a gold and silverish. The grand entrance for Soderstrom and the Coyotes. Followed by a green rainbow here of Liljegren and the Leafs. Liljegren and the Leafs, the green rainbow. Green quartz, excuse me. 92 of 99 for Liljegren and the Leafs. 92 of 99. The Kings, yeah, Foxy answered it. BP had the Kings. So Liljegren out of 99 here. This is 92 out of 99 for Leafs. Last couple cards in this pack, we got Keegan Kolesar for Vegas, Jack Eichel for the Sabres, and James Van Riemsdyk for the Flyers. So Eichel and Van Riemsdyk. 2 packs left in our 7th box. We have Kel McCarr for Colorado, Bowen Byram for Colorado, Black Rainbow of Jake Ottinger and Dallas. Ottinger and Dallas. We have a City Selly here for the Islanders. Anders Lee. Going to Glenn, I believe. Yep. So City Selly for the Islanders, and Glenn. Nice card for Glenn. Thomas Harley and the Stars. Larkin and the Red Wings. Austin Matthews for the Leafs. And Morgan Geekie for the Hurricanes. Geekie and Matthews is the last two. And last pack in box 7. We have Sid the Kid for the Penguins. Dustin Brown for LA. Nicholas Badin for Chicago. Red Rainbow for Mark Giordano in Calgary. This is Red Rainbow. For Kaut and the Flames. I'm sorry, for Giordano and the Flames. Martin Kaut for the Avalanche with the grand entrance. So Kaut and the Avs. Igor Zamula for the Flyers. Saw Greg just got some teams as well in the new breaks. Zamula and the Flyers. Anthony Mantha for the Red Wings. And Elvis Merzlikins for Columbus. Mantha and Merzlikins is the last two. All right, so that's going to wrap up box number 7. So we are going to do our first out of 3 Hall of Fame guesses. Go now. While you guys are guessing, we'll move some cards here. All right, let's see who our guesses are here. Give me just a second. Keep those guesses coming in. All right, we have Robertson, Mikhail Berdine, Gustav Lindstrom. Only 3 so far. Where's DZ and Casey and Mike G? Maybe they took a little break. Get some organs going here. See if I can play this one. That one's not working. Oh, there we go. That's gonna get me kicked off. I know that song. Let's just do an organ. Mickey says Merzlikins. Mike G says Harley. DZ says Kirill or bust. Nikki, I don't know if you saw, I gave you a shout out earlier. We got Alex Ovechkin back there in the background, kind of blending in with the picture a little bit. But he's back there. All right, box number 7, and our first Hall of Fame guest of the night. I got the Hall of Fame placard right here, as we can see. We'll go over it real fast. Foxy was our first 3-time champ 17 days ago or so on the 1st of September. Then we had Brian DeMarco before him back-to-back, then Foxy, then Dan Dubs, then DayZ with the backwards check mark. Then Foxy's first time, then our 2-time second champ Matt D in cursive, then our first 2-time champ Dave Bird, and our first OG guesser Rob Van Dam down in Tampa. So hopefully we'll get our 13th entry tonight. See what we can do. Yay, Alexander, yes. Let's get him up here real fast. There he is. Look at that. He's so sad. Me Alexander Ovechkin. Yeehaw, with a 1 of 1. Thanks, Nikki. Looking for the 2-game lead. All right, first up, Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Jake Gensel for the Pings. Black Rainbow for Mr. William Carlson. Man, some of these cards just feel thicker than others. But Carlson, Black Rainbow for VGK. Just odd that you can feel the difference in some of them. Got a City Sully here. Bo Horvat and Vancouver. Again, not familiar with Vancouver City skyline, but that would be it, I'm guessing. Remember the Allure last year had like half the card cut out? That was so weird. But City Sully here, Bo Horvat and the Canucks. Ryan McLeod and the Oilers. Sebastian Aho for Carolina. Michael DiPietro for Vancouver. And Jonathan Huberdeau for the Swamp Kitties. Next up we have Pecorine for Nashville. Pablo Francois for the Avalanche. Red Rainbow of Matisse Kivlenieks for Columbus. Very nice looking card there for Matisse. Nice red rainbow. Followed by our double rainbow. What does it mean? Double rainbow for Gilson and the Devils. The weirdest insert name ever. And the double rainbows are super thick. Double rainbow for Gilson and the Devs. Then we have Josh Norris for Senators and Mr. William Carlson for Vegas. Next up, John Carlson for the Caps. Nathan McKinnon for the Avs. Black Rainbow of Kiefer Bellows and the Islanders. So the Black Rainbows are definitely thicker than the other cards. That's what the difference is, by a little bit. Probably because it's a two-layered card maybe. So Black Rainbow here for Bellows and the Islanders. Gabe Velarde for the LA Kings. With the grand entrance. Followed by Lafreniere with the, so I think this took the place of the portrait. So Lafreniere for the Rangers. Put in the penny sleeve for you, Mike. It's like one level up from the base card. We have Kiefer Bellows again with the base card for the Rangers. Jean-Gabriel Pageau for the Islanders. And Nikita Kucherov for the Lightning. Pageau and Kucherov. Looks like Brian P. just picked up some new teams in the new breaks. Brian, if you're watching, you got the case hit, buddy. Not sure if you're in the chat or not. This sick Anze Kopitar, like 3-colored patch, 10 out of 10. The purple diamond auto patch. Awesome card. Next up, Igor Zamula for the Flyers. Dylan Strome for the Blackhawks. Still be awesome to get a 1-of-1 out of here. Then we have Liam Foudy for Columbus. I think the first time we're seeing Foudy tonight. Red Rainbow for Timothy Liljegren and the Leafs. So Liljegren and the Leafs, Red Rainbow. Make sure the back's right. Diagnostic for Quinn Hughes. I think my new favorite insert. It's a mirror like Opeachy. You can see my fingers on the card, like the reflection, with the cool gold fingerprint there. So Quinn Hughes with Diagnostics. Bet you that's some employee at Upper Deck, probably their fingerprint. Or this computer done. Then we have Matisse Kivlenieks again for Columbus. So our second card to him, I think, tonight. And from the same box. But Matisse there. Nico Hischier for the Devils. And Jake Ottinger for the Stars is the last two. Hischier and Ottinger. All right. Yeah, Victor Olofsson for Buffalo. Brad Marchand for Bruins. Tyler Seguin for Dallas. I think our auto's coming up here. Jean-Gabriel Pageau for the Islanders with the Black Rainbow. All right. It is not the auto next, but it's a card we haven't seen yet. So Jean-Gabriel Pageau for the Islanders with the Black Rainbow. And our next card is going to be, like I said, one we haven't seen. For the Lightning, Nikita Kucherov, it's kind of a silvery green. This is going to be steel. Very cool. We had, was it pewter in last year's Allure? And now we have steel. It's a very cool insert here for the Lightning. Kind of got the silvery finish like a printing plate, like a really light blue. Non-numbered, but steel. Put in top loader for Rob. RVD down in Tampa. But our first one of the case. I wonder if it's one per case for steel. Congrats, Rob. Buttons has something to say to you, Rob. Boom! There's Buttons. His bird food face. We'll even do let's do a little organ for Rob. Alright, Pavel Francois for the Avalanche. Andrei Svechnikov for the Canes, and Artemi Panarin for the Rangers as the last two. Svech and Panarin as the last two cards. So still waiting on our auto. We'll get it here. Thomas Harley for the Stars. Getzlaf for the Ducks. Miro Heiskanen for the Stars. We have an orange here. Ryan Getzlaf for the Ducks with the orange slice. I believe I've been top loading these all night. To keep the tradition going. Sorry if I'm not holding the cards high enough. Just noticed that. So a steel for Getzlaf. I'm sorry, orange slice for Getzlaf and the Ducks. Ducks was also going to Martin Coverdale, who has his first break with us tonight. I think he got an auto earlier with the Coyotes. A couple nice inserts with the Coyotes too. So congrats again, Martin. Getzlaf with the Ducks there. Got a grand entrance here for Josh Norris and Ottawa. Josh Norris and the Sens. Liam Foudy for Columbus. Ty Dellandrea for the Stars. And Carter Hart for the Flyers. Dellandrea and Hart as the last two. Next up we have Philip Kurashev for Chicago. Mark Scheifele and the Jets. Nikita Kucherov for the Lightning with the Black Rainbow. And we're going to hide the auto there. So Kucherov and the Lightning with the Black Rainbow. Let me see here. So I'm not sure if Foxy meant to call the hit here. I think we got two different players. But the auto is Nicholas Bedeen for the Blackhawks. He called Michael Berdeen. I think we're talking two different players. But auto here for Nicholas Bedeen and Chicago with the red rainbow auto. And the Blackhawks is Caleb. So congrats, Caleb. Get him in a top loader here. I don't believe anybody called Mr. Nicholas Bedeen. Yeah, two different players. So red rainbow auto for Caleb and the Blackhawks. Put them out here in front of our big buttons. Do some auto horns for Caleb and Nicholas. Congrats, Caleb. Next up, Igor Korshkov for the Leafs. Bo Horvat for the Canucks. Hold him down low again. So Bo Horvat here. Peyton Krebs for Vegas. And Nick Foligno for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Foligno and Krebs is the last two. Last pack in box 8. Mitch Marner for the Leafs. Gabe Vilardi for the Kings. Red rainbow here of Mark Stone and Vegas. I'm shutting down Fan Finish Strong Will. All right, Casey, have a good night, buddy, if you're still around. Have a good night. So Stone and Vegas with the red rainbow. Got an iced out here of Nick Suzuki for Montreal. So Suzuki and the Canadiens, iced out. Then we have Maxime Letinoff for the Sharks. Andrei Kopitar for LA. Martin Jones for the Sharks. And Mikey Anderson for LA. So back-to-back Sharks and LA's there. All right, so we are going into box 9, which will also be a Hall of Fame guesser. Get my mouse over here so I can type. So Hall of Fame guesses for box number 9. Keep those guesses coming in. All right, we have Robertson sticking with Berdeen for Winnipeg. Letinoff, DZ says Kirill. Matisse for Nicky. Byram for all his dust. Maddie, are you going with Chaz Michael Michaels? All right, so box number 9 here. We have barcode, side tapes. Maddie says, yes, sir. Any Canucks hit, Bryce? For Vancouver, let me think. Can run through real fast. I don't think so. Nothing huge in it, I don't think. Lots of Leafs, Dallas, lots of Coyotes, Blackhawks, Rangers, Montreal, LA, Caps, Rangers, Caps, Panthers, Columbus, Montreal, and Panthers. Yeah, kind of a lot of odd teams so far. but nothing major from Canucks. All his dust is Justin Bieber that I added today. Oh, cool, Garth. So you going through an emo stage, I guess, and everything is dust to him. It's a thing from Warhammer. It's a little Leroy Jenkins. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, it's not Warhammer. As long as I don't see you with emo bangs. All right. Jonathan Tavares for the Leafs. Hurdle for the Sharks. Mark Kaut for the Avs. Heresy detected. So Kaut and the Avs. Black Rainbow here for Ty Dellandrea and the Dallas Stars. Should be +7. +7 in jealousy, Garth. All right, Ty Dellandrea with the Black Rainbow. Justin put on his amnesty cloak before he came into the chat. The Brinkat here with the diagnostic. Very cool insert. One of my favorites out of the product. I think it's got to be my favorite. The Brinkat with the fingerprint there for Chicago. Blood for the Blood God. Now you guys are getting really nerdy. Anthony Angelo for the Penguins. Matthew Tkachuk with the snorkel for Calgary. And Shane Bowers for the Avalanche is the last two. All right, Alexander Barkov for the Panthers. Got a red rainbow for Lafreniere and Mike G. Mike's hit a couple, I think he hit a red rainbow before too, before this one. So red rainbow for Lafreniere and Mike. And yeah, Mike G, 2 reds now. Garth design for booting Nikki and Justin for the group. We'll take a members only vote later, Garth. Double rainbow here for Cage Quinney. Double rainbow. So double rainbow for Cage. Double rainbow, what does it mean? Followed by Peyton Krebs for Vegas. The non-double rainbow, just about the card. So Krebs and Vegas. Then we got Thomas Chabot for Ottawa and Michael Barzell, or Matthew Barzell for the Islanders. Chabot and Barzell as the last two. Next up, Brendan Gallagher for Montreal. Black rainbow for Carter Hart. After the rainbows are usually the newcomers, the grand entrances. So Carter Hart, black rainbow for Philly. Nick Robertson with the grand entrance for the Leafs. Jake Ottinger for Dallas. Kind of sticking a little bit there. Nick Robertson again for the Leafs. These two are, there we go. Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. Kyle Palmieri and the Devils. And Josh Norris and Ottawa. Palmieri and Norris is the last two there. Next up, Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Alex Belzile for Montreal. Stammer for Lightning. Anders Lee for the Islanders. Red Rainbow of Liam Foudy and Columbus. Nice rainbow for the Blue Jackets and Jason. Got a City Silly here for Chicago and Dylan Strome. They did not put any of the landmark buildings in here, which is kind of odd. They don't have the Sears Tower or Willis Tower, whatever you call it. They don't have the Hancock building. So kind of let down there with the skyline. But Strome and Chicago. City Silly. Still a cool insert. Nick Robertson for the Leafs, and Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. That's the last two there. Next up, Victor Soderstrom for Coyotes. John Gibson for the Ducks. Black Rainbow for Bo Horvat and the Canucks. And we have another cheetah card. We had Jacob Vrana earlier. So Bo Horvat and the Canucks with the Black Rainbow. Our cheetah card is the NHL Shields 1945. Going to Thomas Hertl and the Sharks. Foxy, if you're out there, can you look up this odd? It is this one's numbered 7 out of 17. Wow. I don't think Vrana was numbered. I'll double check. So NHL Shields 1917, not 1945. But 7 out of 17, that's either one of two. Same numbers back and forward. And it's out of the last two numbers of the date. 7-17-17 for Hertl and the Sharks. Wondering how rare these are. Obviously out of 17. I'm going to check now if Vrana's was numbered for Hoover in the first box that we got. So nice short print there. We'll put them on display. We'll do the Oregon. We'll do Button's big hit. Boom. All right. Let's see if Vrana's was numbered from earlier. I don't think it was. Oh, it was. So Vrana was out of 45. 30. Oh, well, it is different. Weird. So, Vrana here was numbered NHL Shield 1945, 35 out of 45. Hertl here is NHL Shield 1917 out of 17. So clearly it's the numbering. So the year is the number. So NHL Shield 45 is out of 45, obviously. And then Hertl 1917. So I wonder how many different years they have then. So very odd, and it's the same shield. Odd on that one. So there's at least two different variations there. The rainbows on these are going to be massive. All right, so back to this pack here. Alexander True, so back-to-back Sharks. Zach Parise for the Wild. Suzuki for Montreal. And last card in the pack, Jason Robertson for Dallas. So Suzuki and Robertson are the last two there. All right. Travis Konecny for the Flyers. Tyler Benson for the Oilers. Hellebuck for the Jets. Tavares with the red rainbow for the Leafs. Then we have Jake Ottinger for the Stars with the grand entrance. This one also has the Harrison dot on the right. It's not part of the card, just how it was cut. It's got some fuzz there. Look how good the camera is. Getting right in on that Harrison dot. Kind of like a little leech on the side of the card there. There's no innuendos there. They just blood-sucking tick. Jake Ottinger, Dallas Stars, grand entrance. You guys can read into that if you'd like. Bowman Byram for the Avalanche. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. And Sebastian Aho for the Hurricanes. Shesterkin and Aho is the last two. Next up, Jake Gensel for the Penguins. Pecorine for Nashville. Peyton Krebs with the Black Rainbow. I think we got a card here we haven't seen yet. I'm going to put buttons there. So Krebs here for Vegas with the Black Rainbow. And yes, the next one we have not seen tonight so far. It's going to be of Matisse, and it's going to be an auto. Wow, that is a sick card. You can barely see the auto in there. Can the light. So Matisse Kivlenieks, Magenta Auto out of 75. I think it's his third card we pulled tonight. First auto going to Jason. An absolutely sick card. Did Nikki get that? Nikki's saying Hall of Fame guest. Let's double check the chats. Yes, Nikki did get it. Nikki will be on the board with our Hall of Fame placard very soon. An awesome card here. Looks like it's kind of like streaking down. So 23 out of 75 with Magenta Auto going to Jason Miller. So congrats, Jason. Like I said, I think it's his third card we pull out of here. Not going to do auto horns, but we will get Nikki into our Hall of Fame placard, our 13th list on the list. Let me grab a pen real fast. Nikki, I already got something for you. For your name. I'm going to write it on here real fast. Nikki, and today's the 18th, I think. It is the 18th. 9/18. I'm going to customize Nikki's here. All right. So Nikki is now on the Hall of Fame placard. And if you see what looks like a C there, it's actually a mouthpiece coming out of the top of the N for Nikki. So it's actually a mouthpiece right there. Let me make sure I can connect it. Like all of the Flames players and her little kitty in the mountain. So there it is. 9/18, Nikki joins the prestigious Hall of Fame guessers. And I do have prize packs now for the Hall of Fame guessers. So Nikki, prepare for your 1984 Camaro to be showing up at your door, plus the Hall of Fame, or then the Hall of Fame jacket, yes, of course. The Pony Ride for Two from 1976. The pony might be dead, but you'll have to figure that one out. But Robertson here for Dallas. Michael DiPietro for Vancouver. Huberdeau for Florida. And William Karlsson for Vegas. I think we've had Huberdeau and Karlsson a couple times too as well, just like we've had Connor and Elias as last two. Last pack in box 9. Oh, there's no engine in it, Nikki. There's no engine and it's only got 2 wheels. It's going to need a lot of work. Basically, it's junk we're just getting rid of. Pablo Francois for Colorado. John Carlson for the Caps. Nathan McKinnon for Colorado. And we have an iced out here for Svechnikov and Carolina. So Svech and a bunch of jerks down in Raleigh. Then we have an iced out variation here like we were discussing earlier. Draisaitl and the Oilers with the kind of souped up, iced out. Again, they don't have any differences in the card other than the variation. You can tell it is kind of the plain one and the variation one. But dry settle for the Oilers and iced out. Last couple cards in our last pack of box number 9. Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders. Kiefer Bellows again, back-to-back players again. I wouldn't be talking right now if I was drinking. There's been so many of these. And back-to-back-to-back Islanders. 2 out of the 3 are the same player, Jean-Gabriel Pageau. The back-to-back-to-back is 18 drinks, like a triple-double word score in Scrabble. And we are down to our final box of the night, which is going to be our Hall of Fame guess as well. See if we can get one more entry into our Hall of Fame, our prestigious doors. Get those guesses in. Who knows? And delete. All right. Let's see who we have guesses wise. We have Jason Robertson, staying with Berdeen. Roman Yossi for Nikki, changing it up. Byram, Hagel. Let's get an organ going while we're at it. Last box. We have barcode. Barcode. All right, now we're all pumped up. Let's, can we do this one? It's all I can play, otherwise I'm gonna get booted. All right, last box of the night. Here we go. First up, Philip Kurashev for the Blackhawks. Scheifele and the Jets. Gabe Vilardi in LA. Red Rainbow of Igor Korshkov and the Leafs. Lots of red rainbows tonight for Korshkov and the Leafs. Followed by an iced out, lots of iced outs too, of Miro Heiskanen and Dallas. Heiskanen and the Stars. Mackenzie Entwistle for Chicago. Mikey Anderson for LA. And last card is Quinny Hughes in Vancouver. It's going to be a lot of sorting tomorrow. And probably Monday. Roman Yossi for Nashville. Verona for the Caps. Had a lot of Veronas earlier. Then we have a Black Rainbow for Mikey Anderson and LA. Got our auto next. So Anderson and LA Kings. The Black Rainbow. We've had this auto card before. Let's see who it is. It's going to Caleb. Alex DeBrincat with the Diagnostic Auto. Sweet card with the fingerprint kind of like popping out at you there. That is awesome. A nice card for you, Caleb. I don't think anybody said DeBrincat. No. So we did get Nikki in the Hall of Fame, which is awesome. Nice to DeBrincat here for Caleb. Black and green auto. Put all these back here now. Glare's killing them back there, but like I said, we're gonna have the lights fixed next time. We'll get some auto horns going here. Get my mouse back going. Do some horns. If they want to play. Horns don't want to play. Alright, we're gonna get buttons with a huge hit. Congrats, Caleb. Got Connor England for Nashville. Draisaitl for the Oilers. Alexander Alexiev for the Caps. And Jack Eichel for the Sabres as the last two. Even the base cards look a little nicer this year. And digging Allure. Protected pretty good here. Alex Ovechkin for the Caps. Kravtsov for the Rangers. Thomas Harley for the Stars with the grand entrance. Another Harrison dot there again. The Harrison dots aren't actually part of the card, they're just how they got cut. You can kind of see it there. But a grand entrance for Harley and the Stars. And we have another grand entrance right here for Chaz Michaels with the variation grand entrance. So very cool. Going to Hooves with the Caps. So there's back there. No difference other than you can tell it's kind of pixelated. So Connor McMichael and the Caps there for David. Jonas Johansson for the Sabres. James Aaron Riemsdyk and the Flyers. Jake Evans for Montreal, and our last card is Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Evans and Binnington. Next up, Igor Zamula for the Flyers. Dylan Strom for Chicago. Black Rainbow of Nick Foligno and Columbus. So we had this before where the next card is flipped over. It didn't mean anything before. But Nick Foligno with the Black Rainbow. It's going to be for Columbus. Liam Foudy with a grand entrance. Just odd that they flip them over every now and then. I don't think the card's any different. No. So Foudy for Columbus. Back-to-back Columbus players there. Victor Soderstrom for the Coyotes. Seen a lot of him tonight. Nikita Kucherov and the Lightning. Nico Hischier and the Devils. And Jake Ottinger and Dallas. Hischier and Ottinger's last two. Next up, Mitch Marner for the Leafs. Keith Yandel for Panthers. Liam Foudy for Columbus. Got an orange slice here for Tyler Seguin and the Stars. If I can get my top loaders out. Orange slices aren't numbered this year, but they are nice kind of die cut. I do like die cut cards. So Seguin and the Stars there, followed by a green rainbow die cut of Patrick Kane and the Blackhawks. This one's out of 99, green quartz, called it green rainbow. So green quartz out of 99 for Patrick Kane and the Blackhawks. Blackhawks going to Caleb. Nice, less than 100 here for you, Caleb. Again, 25 of 99 with the green quartz. Kane, and Chicago, and Caleb. Gage Quinney for Vegas. Svechnikov down there in Raleigh, and Panarin up in New York. Svechnikov and Panarin is the last two. Down to 3 packs left. Olofsson for the Sabres. Brad Marchand for the Bruins. Anze Kopitar for LA with the black rainbow, which means the grand entrance will be next. Kopitar with the black rainbow for the Kings. Grand entrance for Connor Ingram and Nashville. Followed by Joseph Woll for the Leafs. We've had this card previously tonight. We also had his super short print earlier in the night. But Woll for the Leafs. Ty Dellandrea for the Stars. Carter Hart for the Flyers. And last card is going to be Bo Horvat for the Canucks. Hart and Horvat for the Canucks. Next up, Tyler Seguin for Dallas. Thomas Harley for Dallas, back-to-back Dallas players. We got a Shark, Thomas Hertl with the red rainbow. We've seen a few Hertl inserts tonight. So red rainbow for Hertl. Then we have a diagnostic for Nick Suzuki and the Canadiens. Suzuki Montreal with the big old fingerprint. Followed by Chaz Michaels for the Caps. Peyton Krebs for Vegas. Nick Foligno for Columbus. And Anze Kopitar for LA. Foligno and Kopitar as the last two. Down to our last pack of the night. This is it right here in our case that has taken, 2.5 hours? Not bad for a brand new case. Got a, looks like a jersey card in here too. First up, Ryan Getzlaf for the Ducks. Miro Heiskanen for the Stars. We have a black rainbow for Martin Jones. Jones and the Sharks, black rainbow. And we started out with so many hits for David Hoover, who got the Caps. His first time breaking with us in a long time. So why not end with Hoover? Chaz Michaels with the red rainbow jersey. So Hoove's got the Verana short print at the cheetah print card, the NHL Shield. Red rainbow jersey with Chaz Michaels here. And quite a few other inserts. So congrats again, David, and welcome back. Good picking the Caps tonight. Michael DiPietro with the Vancouver Canucks. And last card is going to be Martin Jones with San Jose Sharks. DiPietro and Jones. So that is going to do it, everyone. Real quick, turn that off. 59 and 60 are out there, as I mentioned. 59 was the 4 boxes of Allure. 60 was the 3 boxes of Allure and the 1 box of Skybox. 57 was the 4 boxes of Skybox with the Rangers Random. 58 was the 4 boxes of Skybox, the other half of the case break with the Rangers Random. Had 15 and 21 teams last time I checked before the break started. So hopefully we'll be breaking those real soon. But stay safe, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you back on Twitter here very soon. And thanks for sticking around. Have a good night, everyone. And Button says goodbye. Take care.